We need to get rid of all of these things. So that's good. Ooh. Hope you have a weapon we can get rid of, and then you can still quadruple Malagosas, even without it. Devere, our opponents still could have been Shudder, you think? Yeah, I guess they could have. All the stuff they still ran. No doubt about it. Oh, we want that one to get with the Kelly. Oh, well. Jaren, what do I do think Hearthstone is starting to go the right direction, getting rid of having 2 or 3 meta decks, besides Druid getting way too OP. Yeah. I think generally things have been going really well. I think a couple of the balance patches and stuff like that really help mid-expansion. Like, once they have real data to just show that, like, you know, things, you know, aren't that great. Oh, that's not what we want to be seeing right now, is it?
Blood will flow.
Do we develop a 3/3? Yeah. We do this. But then they just trade it off. We do not. They coin that out. Thing is, this isn't empty. It says gain an empty mana crystal, so if they trade this turn, they, you know, they don't really gain anything. Canadian, let's take a look at this. You're saying, what do you say here? You would run Baron Geddon. You don't own them. So you have Sindragosa and Thurin Weapon Clear Swamp Ooze. Very cool. Okay, I'll take a look at this one. I'll add this to my list of things I need to get looked at later on. Tim, will I play some Boar OTK Priest? Is it better than my OTK Priest? Yes, it probably is. Oh, each player is gaining 2 mana crystals. Oh no! Malagos is now 5 mana. That doesn't seem fair. Devere, what did I learn with this match? What did we learn last match with that shaman? We learned about board clears there. We were focused on... I was more focused on the Bloodlust and clearing their stuff. I think that's what I learned. I don't know. I don't know what we learned from that match. It's a fair question. That's a very fair question, because I feel like that was very much focusing on clearing the board, and that kind of worked out for us. Canadian, you're saying that this elemental is a bit different. It runs Fireball and some other things. Very cool. Let's just do this, right? Like, this is one of the few times we're going to be able to do this, so let's go. Our minions are cheap. Our minions are cheap and... Wait, did we Keleseth? We did. They're nice and buff. Let's get rid of this armor. I've had enough of that. Let's go. Artreta, how are you doing? Hope you're doing alright today. Does Keleseth also buff Alana's dragons? I do not think so. Because this still says summon 5/5s. So I believe they still come out as 5/5s. Ooh, that's going to be fun. Where's a polymorph when you need one, friends? That could be awful for us. What do we do? Do we just let them get this into their pool right now? We see what type of damage this can do. 6 is not the worst amount of damage. Do we just, do we just pop this, right? Alright. Alright, this is looking exactly why Luna's Pocket has a chance. Ugh. Well, you know what? If we're able to make it to Fatigue, and they are doing multiple Hadronox things, this can help. If not, we're in big trouble. That's my opinion of what's going to be happening right now, to be honest. Like, if they just revive their Hadronox right now, I think we're done. Okay, that's also not the end of the world. I think we're going to need one of these for tempo sooner or later. Let's see what you get here. Hopefully it's not a terrifying one. Kind of terrifying, but not the worst. I mean, we can just polymorph and ping and trade and do things, right? And it still makes it 50-50, right? The worst thing is then if they pull like a Malagos or a Sarah, and then we legit don't have an answer other than Doom Pact. Obviously getting the weapon would be great right now. Too greedy. Too greedy. But sometimes you have to be a little greedy. Also need to be a little greedy taking sips of water in between games. I'm not sure what looks better. I know a lot of people just drink like sippy bottles and stuff when they're streaming, but I don't know what's the best. Do we think our opponent's just doing Hadronok stuff? And we're going down to like 50-50s to win or lose right now? That kind of stinks. Right? What are the chances we can death coil our opponent in a few turns? I'm gonna argue negligible. This eats a swipe, but if they actually waste their turn swiping, I think we're okay. And there's no way they can fit Twig and do all of that stuff in here as well. Keeping would have been better, you think so, Devere? I know, maybe. And then we could have Flame Striked, right? Yeah, we could have done the Flame Strike instead. I agree. I agree. Tim, we're not running Witching Hour normally. He plays Plague and Malfurion. Ooh, 5 mana Jade Spellstone. Ooh, that's actually 200. You know, you can't have your Spellstone destroyed by a Skulking Geist if it actually costs 5 mana. How many big spells have we played by any chance? Has anyone been keeping track? We played a Meteor. We played Dragon's Fury. We played a Luna's Pocket. So I guess the answer is simply not enough. They don't have any more of those dragon friends, right? So do we just play this buff Geist? That gets a few cards. So that was good. Hey, Michelle Ashley, I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing as well also, leading into the weekend here. We got started very late today, but we've been having quite a bit of fun right now. And this has been a very interesting big druid where we've been able to hit our Keleseth and our Luna's Pocket, playing lots of 1 mana buffed up minions, which is actually kind of ridiculous. And it looks like we're not getting our Death Coil off now, which is also okay. Tim, yeah, you're saying, yeah, just Big Druid. Yeah, I could see this being Big Druid. I guess we trade this. I mean, we don't have any fear of the 1 damage. Maybe it turns into a Water Ellie at some point. Ooh, look at that big buff here. Do we just play this because they have no way to deal with it now? Even if it's like only 3 or 4? I feel like that's still like enough power that our opponent can't do anything now. That I feel like it should just be enough. Like we'll be able to Death Coil or Flame Strike to get through whatever we need to. I mean they can Spreading Plague, sure, but then we just hit. And then they do nothing. Okay. We're good here. I feel like our opponent has AFK'd out of the game. And to be perfectly honest, you know, these things happen. People get frustrated. But, I mean, our opponent made it to rank 4. And now they were kind enough to let us into rank 4. So, that's a pretty good way to end this game at the very least. Ooh, 1 mana. Summon a couple of Alarma bots. Nothing wrong with that. Let's just have it. Let's all listen to it real quick. Hello, hello. When he Lich Kings, it's gonna hurt? Oh, our opponent's not gonna get to Lich King. At least not this game. Maybe they can Lich King next game, but not really gonna affect us too much. Face? No, Face gives him a Water Ellie. I hate Face. Okay, so their Meteor still does work here. Maybe that's a little surprise lethal later on. Or surprise healing to stall us out from hitting lethal. It depends what their random legendaries are. Okay, we know that Meteor is still around. I wonder if we just tempo out the Dragon Caller now. Because this trades into their Water Ellie, right? I think this is okay. We get hit with the Blizzard, but then they have nothing else to answer it with. Like, they Blizzard this board down, but then everything's still, like, this turns into a Water Ellie, obviously. Then we Death Coil Ping and we're fine. Blizzard. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Oh my goodness. That's incredible.